Good evening from where you're watching us. I want us to talk about decimals. So decimals, these ones are number that, for example, when we have a number like 0.1, 0.1 is a decimal. So this one number, we call it decimal. So this number is a decimal number, 0.1. So we also have maybe 0.02. So how do we call this number? This one number is also a decimal number. So what is a decimal number? A decimal number is a number that has zeros before it. Like we have 0.02 is a decimal. We have 0.1 is a decimal. So we can have maybe another one like 0.0007. So this number is also called a decimal. So all these ones are decimal numbers. Okay, 0.1 is a decimal, 0.02 is a decimal, 0.007 is a decimal. All of them are decimal numbers. So we have what is called the place value. The place value of decimal. We have what is called the place value of decimal, or we can say that we have the place value decimal. Like for example, if we have a number like 2.031, this one is a decimal number. So here if we are asked the place value of 2, you can also ask the place value of 0, 3 or 1. So remember that here the place value of 2 starts from tenths. This one starts from tenths. But now the place value of 0 here starts from, so we have 0, 3, 1, 2 point, sorry, this one is not tenths, this one starts from ones. This one stands for ones, this one stands for tenths, this one is tenths, then this one is hundreds, then this one is thousands. So these ones are the place values, the place value digits. So all those ones said and done, I want us to work out this sum here. So we have a number like this. We have a number, so this one is the number 0 point, so we have 0 point, so we have 0.064, 0.064. We have a number like 0.064 over 0.512, then all of them into a cube root. So a cube root for all over 0.52. So in this case, you're going to find the cube root of 0.064. And what is the cube root of 0.064? So the cube root shall be 64. So here over and 12. I'm just about to explain that one in a bit. So why have I written 64 over 512? Because in this case is like 64 as a fraction becomes 64 out of 1000. This one becomes 512 out of 1000. So the cube root of this of 1000 becomes 64. That's why I've written 64 here. Same way to the cube root of this 1000 becomes 512. So I've just omitted the zeros. There's no big deal. I've just omitted the zeros. That's why I have my own 6.512, simply because of the cube root. They have 3 zeros. That's why it's like writing it this way. So from there, I shall have 64 out of 512. So I still have the cube root of now these two now. So the cube root of 64, I shall now have the cube root 1 over 8. 1 over 8, the cube root. So when you simplify the whole thing, the answer shall be 1 over 2. The answer shall be 1 over 2 when you simplify the entire thing. So the cube root of 0.064 all over 0.512. So we shall have still the cube root of 54 all over 512. I've just omitted the zeros, that's why it is this way. Then from there, the cube root of 64 is 1 cube root 1 over 8. So once you simplify that, you shall have the answer as 1 over 2. I want us to look at another example here. This example says it this way. The example is 0.0168 multiplied by 2.46 times 7. Yes, that way. Then divide by, over means divide by 5.74 multiplied by 0.112. So that is it. So in this case, what are we going to do here? We have 0.0168 multiplied by 2.46 multiplied by 7. So we are just going to work it out directly the way it is in this case. So now we can say we have, let's change this one into fraction. We have 168 all over, how many zeros do we have here? 1, 2, 3. So we put 1, 2, 3 zeros multiplied by, this one is 246 over, how many zeros do we have there? 1, 2. So we have 2 zeros multiplied by 7. The 7 is just 7 over 1. Okay, I just want to work it out all at the same time. Multiply by, this one is now the reciprocal because it is over. So we have 100 over 574. If you have any question you ask, then multiply again. These ones we just change them the reciprocal. Multiply by 1, 2, 3. So 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, all over 112. So that is the whole of it now. So what is remaining for us is so simple. What is remaining for us is to simplify. So let's first begin simplify the zeros down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 zeros. So 5 zeros will cancel the one at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of them shall cancel each other like that. So what we are remaining with is the simplification of these numbers. So let's pick 2. Okay, let's pick 2. 2 goes into 112 56 times. 2 goes into 168 284. Okay, which number can we again pick? Which number can we pick here again? Let's pick the number like 2. Again, we can still pick 2 in this case. So here when we pick 2, we shall have 28. 2 into 84. 2 into 84. 42. Now this 7 can now be simplified. 7 here, 1, 7 there, 4. So this side is done. This side is done. So the side that now we want to simplify is this other side. This 574 we want to simplify with 246 and 42. Okay, let's pick 2. Okay, 2 goes into 42 21 times. 2 goes to 572. Here 2 goes into 5 2 times. That 2 goes into 17 8. So it is 282. Somebody to confirm. 282 multiplied by 2, if it is that. It is not that. Yes, it is 9. 292. 292 multiplied by 2. Somebody to work it out. 574 divided by 2. 574 divided by 2. 2 goes into 57 how many times? Sorry, 2 goes into 57 28 times. That is 56. Yes, now we got it, man. It is now 287. Okay, so here we have 21, we have 287. Any number that can go to 287, any number that can go to 287. 287. How many? Okay, so let's pick 7. Can 7? Yes, 7 can. So 7 here, 3 times. 7 into 28, 4 times. 7 into, yes, 41. Okay, so this 41. So we have 3, we have 41. So this 41, we can still check to simplify it. Okay, can 3 goes into 41? 3 cannot go into 41. 3 cannot go into 41. So which number can go into 41? Let's just multiply directly. 246 multiplied by 3. So 246 multiplied by 3. 18. 8 carry 1. 12. 13. 3 carry 1. 6. So we have 41 divided by 738. Yes, 41 divided by 738. So 41 goes into 73 how many times? 1 times. Yes, 1 times. That gives us 41. So when you subtract, here is 2, here is 3, here is 8. So 41 goes into 328 how many times? 41, try 41 times 9. That will be 369. 41 times 7, that will be 287. Still far. 41 times 6. Yes, that one will be 246. No. So here let's settle on 41 times 9. No, 41 times 8. 41 times 8 is 328. Yes, 8 times that gives us 328. So the answer, the whole of this here is 18. So it is as simple as that. So that is how we work it out. So let's proceed. Let us proceed. So we have another question here that I want us to do it together. We have another question here that I want us to work out. I'm still looking for the questions for the decimal that there is need be. We can work them out together and check that we shall be having. So one thing you need to know is that you can be given maybe a number like 0.04. Then you're told to multiply this number by 0.2. So this one is simply changed into a fraction, that is shall be 4 out of 100 multiplied by 2 over 10. So here 4 times 2 is 8, all over 100 times 10 is 1000. So 8 into 1000, you simply have to move three steps. So like 1, 2, 3, 0 point. So you shall have 0 0.008. How many steps? 1, 2, 3. 3 steps. 0 0.008. It is very, very simple. As simple as that. So maybe if you're asked to work this one out, 0.007 multiplied by 0.1. So this number, you simply change it into a fraction. 7 over how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. So 3 zeros. 1000 multiplied by, this one is how many decimal point? 1. So multiplied by 1 over 10. So once you simply check 7 multiplied by 1, which is 7 over, this one is 1000 multiplied by 10 is 10,000. So how many zeros do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 over, so you shall move 4 decimal place values. 4 steps, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your zero should be here. So here we shall have 0.0007. And that is now becomes our answer. That is now becomes our answer. So I want us to move to a very next stage where now you can be asked to write number in standard form. Write number in standard form. And you have a number like 0.007. So write 0.007 as a standard form. It shall be 7 multiplied by, how many steps do we have? 1, 2, 3. Yes, 7 multiplied by 10 raised to power negative 3. That is becomes the answer. 7 times 10 raised to power negative 3. When you're moving towards, when the zeros are to the left side, power becomes a negative. Another one, you can be asked, write this one in standard form. Okay, the number can be 0.3642. 0.3642. We are told to write in standard form. So this one shall be 1, 2, 3. So you can say it is now 3.6. 1, 2, 3. 3.647 times 10 raised to power. This one is 10 raised to power times 10 raised to power, because now here because we have stopped here, this one was 0, we've stopped here, we are going to be just one step, times 10 raised to power negative 1. So this one is how we write this number into a standard form. 3.647 times 10 raised to power negative 1. Why negative 1? Because I've stopped here. From here I've just moved one step, so negative 1. Negative 1 is towards the left. Okay, let's write this one into a standard form. 0.46983 into a standard form. What shall be the answer? 0.46983 into a standard form. How will we get it? Now here, if in any case I moved this point here 1, I shall write 4.6983 times 10 raised to power negative 1 times 10 raised to power negative 1. So I shall have written that number in a standard form. Okay, let's now move to how we can write the number into two decimal point. Okay, when you have a number like 0 0.23. How many decimal places? Sorry, decimal places, not point, but decimal place. How many decimal places that this number has? It has 1, 2. So this number has 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. Have a number like 0.4783. If you're asked to leave your number into 4 decimal places, then this one is the 4 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is 4 decimal places. 4 decimal place values. So we don't count this 0. We assume it doesn't exist. So we start counting from this. So if you get your number answer 0.4 and you're told to write your answer into 1 decimal place, so this one is the 1 decimal place because of 4. So this one is, you say the answer is 0.4 into 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place. That is how we work it out. Okay, so you can also be given a number like 0.58469. So this number is how many decimal place values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you say it is 5 decimal place values. 5 decimal place values. Now, then I want to talk about rounding off. I want to talk about rounding off. Rounding off numbers. Rounding off numbers. Now, if you are asked to round off 0.234 to 2 decimal, to 2 decimal place, you are asked to round off 0.234 to 2 decimal place. You're just going to count how many decimal places that does this number has. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to look at the last digit. If it is more than 5, you shall add 1. If it is less than 5, it shall remain the way it is. So when you are writing this 0.234 into 2 decimal place, my answer shall be 0.23. So I'm not going to count on this because this one is in 3 decimal place. So my answer here now is in 2 decimal place value. Into 2 decimal place value. Okay. So let's now check at another example. I have a number like 0.5867. 0.5867. You are asked to round off this number into, you're asked to round off this number into 3 decimal place. Now, how many decimal place does this number has? Someone to type there and tell us how many decimal place does the number has. We are interacting through learning. How many? Someone to try. Okay, so this number has got 1, 2, 3, 4. It has got 4 decimal place values. And we are asked to round off into 3 decimal place. So we are going to count from here. 1, 2, 3. We're going to stop there. Then we are going to look at the 4th digit. If it is more than 5, like this one is more than 5, then you are going to add 1 here. So that 6 plus 1 becomes 7, 8, 5, 0. So this one is, the answer is 0.587 into 3 decimal place. Just put into bracket 3 decimal place like that. So that 1, 2, 3 into the 1, 2, 3. Yes, that one. So that is how we work out the decimal. Decimals are usually very easy and challenging. We have the last one, we have a number like 0.4697. Then you are asked to round off this number, round off this number into how many decimal place? We have 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. You're asked to round it off to 2 decimal places. We are still going to count here. beginning from this other side. How many decimal places does this number has? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this number has got 4 decimal place values. So because it has 4 decimal place values, we are going to do what? We are going to only 2. So 1, 2. So we are going to the last one, that is 3. We check if it is more than 5. It is more than 5. So now 1 shall be added here, so becomes 7, 4, 0. So our answer shall be 0.47. This one is now into 2 decimal place value. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is in 4 decimal place values. 4 decimal place values. So that is how we work out these numbers. This one is 4 decimal place. This one is in 2 decimal place values. Remember to subscribe to this channel. We shall always be doing revision during the evening or any other time, because we shall always focus in improving our grades. So I'm a teacher by profession. I teach the high school students and also college students. So always tune to my channel and make sure you subscribe, because I shall always be update you on the several maths examples that are always tested in an exam, because our idea is to improve on our maths grade. Okay, so I want us to proceed. We have a number like this one, 12.34. Then you are asked, like, how many decimal places that does this number has? You just count. Here there is no 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number has four digits. 4 digits. So the number is a 4 significant figure. So this number is a 4 significant figure, simply because it has 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 significant. So we are asked 12.3. How many significant figures does this number has? This number has how many significant? 1, 2, 3. So this number has 3 significant figures. Yes, that way, significant figures. So if you join my channel, you shall always get well, improve, be your best, get good grades. We celebrate, you help your sisters, brothers, siblings, any other person. You tell them maths is easy subject, they should not tell them to work hard and improve their grades. Tell them maths is a matter of calculation. There's nothing difficult. As far as mathematics is concerned. It is always one of the easiest subject that one can score very good grades. Then at the end of the day, you celebrate. And once you score maths good grades, you shall always get very good courses, very good universities will always be willing to admit you. Reason, you have got grades. Because once you pass in maths, it's assurance that even the courses that you are going to do, they are very good courses that you can always enroll in. Okay, so let's proceed with our revision. So I want us to move straight to another thing. So on the matters to do with fractions, we've talked about fractions. We've talked a lot about fraction, whereby, for example, we have maybe 3 out of 4 plus maybe 1 out of 5. We've talked about this one. And here is a trick, a very simple trick. You just multiply 4 by 5 and you say it is 20. Then 5 multiplied by 3, you say it's 15. Plus, you put this plus here. 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. So 15 plus 4, 19 out of 20. And that is the answer. It takes you a second to work it out. So I want to stop there make sure you guys get to my channel, go through the maths that are there, so that tomorrow we shall always have our next life. Goodbye until next time. So the one that I want to leave you with is that always work hard. Advise your siblings that they should also work hard in maths. If they work hard in maths, they're going to have a very good advantage. Reason a lot of people fear maths, and when they work hard, they're going to get good grades in maths. And good grades means good courses that will always leads to unemployment opportunities. Goodbye until tomorrow, same time. Bye bye.